this is going to be a how we groom our farm dog video. This is not our farm dog. Our farm dog is a Sheepadoodle, and his name is Maddox, and he is 2 years old this year. So I'm just gonna take you guys through the materials that I get set up, and then I'll introduce you to him. So I always have a towel. If it's hot out, today it's really hot, but it's very overcast, so it's the perfect day to wash him outside. I'm just gonna wash him, dry him up on the deck, and then I'll shave him and clean him up. So I always have a towel. I have my high-powered dryer. This has been a lifesaver because he is a Sheepadoodle. He has long and curly fur, so it's very thick, and it takes a very long time to dry him. This is just his perfume, and this is just a spray that I spray on him after he's done. I usually honestly just buy a cheap shampoo. I usually get like an aloe or a conditioner one, or maybe even an oatmeal one to help his skin, just because, like I said, he's got very thick fur. I keep a bottle with me because I dilute this. If I were to just put this shampoo conditioner right on his coat, it wouldn't spread around and it wouldn't suds up very well. And because his fur is really thick, it's really hard to spread around and kind of suds him up. So I use this to dilute this to help spread it around. When I wash him, I like to start with the spots that are dirtiest. So I usually start with his feet, and then I usually do his face, and then I do the rest of his body. These are what I use to comb Maddox. I think that these are the best things that you can invest in. They're like $10 on Amazon, maybe even $12, but they are perfect for a long-haired dog. He doesn't get any mats. We tried long bristle paddle combs and they just didn't work well enough. They didn't get far enough down. With these, I brush him every other day. We did take him to the groomers for the first year of his life, and then we decided, because we are homesteading, we want to invest in things that will benefit us later on. So we have been saving money by grooming him at home this second year. These are his nail clippers, and I will show you guys how I clip his nails. Very simple. I do hook him up on his leash and collar when I'm washing him, just so he doesn't run around and get all muddy, and while I'm drying him, just so he stays in kind of one area. Again, he doesn't really mind it. And last but not least, our clippers. These are Pro Service rechargeable wall clippers, and I don't have anything bad to say about them. They're not the greatest for his coat, but for a reasonably priced animal clipper, I think that these are the best that you can get. And they also come with the scissors, and this is what I use to clean up around his paws. Okay, I've got his towel, I've got his leash and his collar, and I'm gonna go tie him up and give him a bath. And I'm just going to time-lapse that video because it's going to take me a while. So this is all the soap I'll add to the bottle, and I'll fill the rest up with water, and this is what I'll use to give him a bath. Okay, I've got an added water, and I'm just gonna shake it up, and then when I go wash him, this is what I will use to wash him, and it'll get him all sudsy and clean. Like I said, I will start with the dirty areas first, places like his feet, his bum, and his face, and then I'll move to the rest of his body. I like to wash him outside when it's warm enough out, so usually from April until like October we wash him outside, and then the other months we wash him inside. We groom him monthly, and we brush him every other day. Another thing I'll also be doing when I groom him is I will be pulling the hair out of his ears. It sounds uncomfortable and strange, but I actually learned from my groomer how to do it, and if you don't know how to do it or you've never done it before, there are only certain breeds that need this done. Usually poodles or dogs with very thick, fluffy fur, they will get compact hair in their ears, and it can get infected and cause ear infections and be really gross. So I will be pulling the hair out of his ears, and I'll show you guys how I do that. They make a specific powder that you can put in the ears but I actually don't have that today, so I'll just be using my fingers, and I'll clean out his ears really good with a cotton pad as soon as I'm done. Every spring, right around April, May, as soon as it starts getting hot, we shave Maddox right down. I use the lowest guard that we have for our clippers, and I shave him completely down. I do leave the pom-pom on the top of his head and the pom-pom on the bottom of his tail. Other than that, he gets completely shaven down every year, and then throughout the year it grows back. By winter, he has a full, beautiful Old English sheepdog look, but he is black and white. So I'll show you guys a couple of pictures when he's shaved, and then in the winter when he's all big and fluffy. Let's get to washing. Okay, he's officially washed, so I'm gonna give him plenty of snackies for being a good boy, and I'm just gonna towel dry him real quick before I use the high-powered dryer. Okay, so I just finished drying him off. He doesn't like having around his face dried, and when I do get up around his face, I put on a makeshift happy hoodie. It's just a Walmart brand beauty headband. You can get them for like $3 online. Next, I'm gonna shave his sanitary area, so his bum and under his belly. Okay guys, I just finished doing his sanitary area, and I will show you. Oh, come here, buddy. Okay, so I tend to do it a little wider just because he's a boy, and a little higher up. I also do the insides of his legs just because that also gets knotted, and I also do his armpits up here. And you want to be really careful in these spots because it's really thin skin. And right here, you'll notice that they've got little wrinkles. You'll also want to be careful if you have a boy and that he's intact. You got to be really careful of that. I did his, come here, Maddox. Good boy, come here. Okay, I also trimmed up his face. I like to do around his nose and his chin because as it gets longer and as he eats dog food, it'll get stained from it. So I'm gonna brush him up, and then he's almost done. Actually, let me show you guys how I do his nails real quick. Okay, buddy, come here. Lay down. Good boy. Good boy. If you guys are nervous about doing your dog's toenails for the first time, I recommend that you do a little bit at a time. As you get closer to the paw, you'll see the quick, and you want to avoid clipping that. If you're nervous, you can also watch a couple more YouTube videos, people doing close-ups. It will really help. Another thing I also do is I use this and I trim out his paw pads. So now that his nails are done and the bottom of his paws are shaved out, I will brush up his feet and then I will trim around them to kind of give them that puppy paw bear look. Stand up. Up, up, up. Good boy. Okay, so I don't have any fancy clippers or thinning shears or anything like that, so I just make do with what I've got, but I'm almost done. I'm going to show you guys the final product in just a minute. I don't want you guys to think that because you saw this video and it's only like a 5 to 10 minute video that this only took me 5 to 10 minutes. This is like a half a day process for me, and that's only if my husband's home to watch the kids. Sometimes it can take me all day, or sometimes I'll split it up into a couple of days. Maddox, sit. Good boy. Oh, baby. All done. Now time to clean up. All right, guys, I just finished putting his hair up in his signature ponytail. He's all done. His face is gonna dry throughout the day, but he doesn't like his face blow dried, so I don't push it, but he's all cleaned up. His face, his private area, his feet. He's ready to go for another month. Say bye, Maddox. Say bye.